All right, so you're interested in AI. Huh. Well, today we're going to do a deep dive into something pretty big. Former President Trump's strategy for boosting U.S. AI infrastructure.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal, and it's got everyone talking because it really involves working with the private sector, folks
Yeah.
like, big tech companies.
Right, those big names we all know. And it's all about building the, I guess you could say, the nuts and bolts we need to get ahead in this whole AI game.
hmm
And we got to talk about China, right? Because this global AI race is heating up, and a lot of folks see this as a direct response to China's moves in AI.
Oh, absolutely.
So to break this down, think of it like this. Imagine a massive power grid, but instead of electricity, it's data and processing power, the fuel that drives all those cool AI applications we're starting to see everywhere.
Yeah, it's like building the roads and the power lines for the AI of the future.
Exactly. And this has implications for, well, just about every industry you can think of.
Yeah.
Healthcare, manufacturing, transportation, even entertainment. I mean, AI is already creeping into our daily lives, and this plan could really kick things into overdrive.
It definitely could.
So let's get specific. What exactly is in this plan? What's Trump proposing?
Okay, so there are a few key elements. First, expanding data centers. Those are like the warehouses of the digital age, storing all that data AI needs to learn and grow.
Makes sense.
Second, boosting high-speed computing capabilities. We're talking supercomputers that can crunch numbers at mind-boggling speeds, essential for training and running complex AI models.
And that's expensive, right? All that hardware.
Oh, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
huge investment. And that brings us to the third part, funding AI initiatives. The plan calls for pumping money into research and development to push the boundaries of what's possible with AI.
So why rely on the private sector for all this? Why not just have the government take the lead?
Well, Trump's argument is that the private sector is simply better at innovating. They've got the resources, the talent, and the agility to move faster than government agencies.
I see. So it's like tapping into the expertise of companies like, say, Google or Microsoft, who are already deeply interested in AI.
Exactly. And, there's actually a historical precedent for this.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, think back to the space race. Back then, the government partnered with private companies like Boeing and Lockheed to build the rockets that took us to the moon.
Huh. I never thought about it that way.
Or even the development of the internet. Private companies played a huge role in creating the technologies that connect us all today.
So this public-private partnership model has a track record of success. But AI feels different, you know? I mean, we're talking about technology that could potentially surpass human intelligence. Does that make you nervous at all?
Well, nervous might be a strong word, but it definitely raises some valid concerns.
Like what? What are some of the potential downsides of handing so much power to big tech?
Well, one big concern is ensuring a level playing field. Large corporations already have a massive advantage in the AI race. This plan could further widen the gap, making it even harder for smaller businesses to compete.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, if we think about how AI is already being used to personalize things like shopping recommendations, the algorithms that figure out what ads to show you, it all relies on those massive data centers and processing power this plan aims to build. So are we basically handing even more control to the companies that already have a ton of influence over our lives?
That's a risk, for sure. And it's not just about market dominance. There are also concerns about security. Concentrating AI power in the hands of a few corporations could create vulnerabilities. I mean, what if that data falls in the wrong hands? What if these powerful AI systems are used for malicious purposes?
Okay, so we've got this push for rapid AI development to keep up with China, but also concerns about corporate power and security risks. It sounds like we're trying to walk a tightrope here.
Yeah, it's a tricky balance. We need to find a way to foster innovation without sacrificing ethical considerations or jeopardizing our security. Public-private collaboration is essential, but it has to be done thoughtfully, with clear guidelines and oversight.
So for those listening, this isn't just some abstract policy debate, right? This stuff has real-world implications. Think about it. Imagine a future where AI helps manage your finances, plan your trips, even personalize your education. This plan is a step toward that future, but it's important to think about the potential consequences, both good and bad.
Absolutely. It's about being informed and engaged in this conversation. The future of AI is being shaped right now, and it's up to all of us to ensure it's a future that benefits everyone, not just a select few.
Right. So to wrap things up, let's recap. We've got this bold plan to catapult the U.S. to the forefront of AI, leaning heavily on the expertise and resources of the private sector. But we also need to be mindful of the potential pitfalls, like making sure all businesses have a fair shot and protecting ourselves from security threats.
Exactly. The success of this plan hinges on finding that sweet spot, that balance between pushing the boundaries of innovation while safeguarding our values and interests.
So here's a final thought for you to chew on. Let's say this plan works. U.S. becomes the undisputed leader in AI. What does that world look like? What new opportunities will it create? And what new challenges will we face? Keep digging into this topic, keep asking questions, and most importantly, stay engaged in this conversation. The future of AI is being written right now, and it's up to all of us to help shape it.